This is the tragedy of Novye Aldi, a brutal massacre that unfolded in the midst of the Chechen War, when a small settlement turned into a mass grave. On February 5, 2000, Russian troops entered the village under the pretext of a counter-terrorist operation. What followed was not a military mission, it was an execution. Before the tragedy, Grozny had just fallen to Russian forces after weeks of heavy bombardment against Chechen separatists. The city lay in ruins. Thousands of civilians fled, seeking shelter wherever they could. Novye Aldi, a small district on the southern edge of Grozny, became a refuge for those who remained. They believed the soldiers would inspect, question, and move on. But that calm was deceptive. On the morning of February the 5th, dozens of masked soldiers entered the narrow, snow-covered streets. They ordered residents out of their homes. There was no resistance. The elderly, women, and children lined up in the cold. They were questioned about terrorists, separated, and moments later, gunfire filled the air. Witnesses said that anyone suspected of aiding the rebels was executed on the spot. Homes were looted. Some were burned with people still inside. According to the Memorial Human Rights Center, at least 60 civilians were killed that day, unarmed and defenseless. Some were shot in their yards, others in their kitchens. Several women were raped before being murdered. One survivor, Fatima Isaiva, told a foreign journalist, "They came into the house without a word. They shot my father in front of me. I still hear that sound every night." Bodies were found in ashes, charred beyond recognition. Others were burned inside their homes. Even a barking dog was shot. The soldiers moved methodically, house to house. No one was spared. The massacre went largely unreported inside Russia. Only months later did international human rights groups release photographs, victim lists, and testimonies. The Russian government denied military involvement, calling it the act of rogue soldiers. No one was ever prosecuted. An internal investigation was quietly closed without results. The impact of that day still lingers in Chechnya. Aldi became a silent symbol of unacknowledged violence. Survivors abandoned the village, leaving behind scorched houses and unmarked graves. Each year, a few return to light candles in the snow. Among the ruins and the blackened stones, there is no monument, no plaque, only silence. And within that silence, the echoes of February 5, 2000 still linger, reminding the world that in Novye Aldi, justice never came.